Once upon a time.
Once upon a time, there was a boy, and he lived in a little...
What was his name?
His name was David. He was a shepherd. And the town where he lived was called Bethlehem.
Oh, I know Bethlehem. That's where the star was.
David lived long before the star. Well, one night he was out in the hills tending the sheep, and he was playing his harp and singing.
What's he singing, Jingle Bells?
No. Jingle Bells hadn't been written then. He was singing songs he wrote himself. And suddenly, an angel came down and spoke to David.
How did David know it was an angel?
He didn't know. That's how it always is. Angels come down and put ideas into people's heads. Then they feel proud of themselves because they think it was all their own idea. Good morning, Julie. Henry.
Good morning, Dudley.
The angel told David, when your lamb says straight. So David put down the harp and went in the darkness to find the lamb. The angel guided him. When David found the lamb, he saw a great big ferocious lion. He said to the lion, "You get away from my lamb." And the lion said, "You get away from me or I'll eat you."
Did David run away?
Oh no, because the angel put another idea into his head. So David took out the sling and hurled a stone at the lion. Hit him right between the eyes. And that was the end of the lion.
I bet that one was really surprised.
Definitely. And so was David, because he didn't know an angel had helped him. Well, he picked up the lamb and took him back to the fold. And then David felt so happy that he made up another song. It started out, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul." You can tell the rest of this, Henry.
Yes, but some other time. Miss Castaway, can you please get Mrs. Hamilton on the phone for me?
Yes, Bishop. You'll have to excuse me. I have to talk to Miss Hills about dinner tonight. Come on, Debbie.
Are you expecting a letter?
One never knows. But if I should get one, the stamp will be worth saving.
I have Mrs. Hamilton now, Bishop.
Good.
Are you going to see her today?
Hope to.
I'll come along. I'd like to meet her.
Well, hello, Mr. Hamilton. How are you? I'm glad to hear it. Listen, I'd like to see you today, if possible. Yes, it is urgent. Well, that's too bad. Oh, I'd be very grateful. Oh, that's perfect. Thank you, Mrs. Hamilton. Yes, this evening at 8. Goodbye.
Henry, you didn't make an appointment for this evening.
Yes, there was no other time, dear.
But you can't do this to Mr. Miller. The rehearsal's being held just for you.
You don't have to get along without me. There are some things that are more important. Mr. Miller will be delighted to see you.
It's not the same thing. You're the bishop, and I don't like to go along.
That big house on the corner. I won't think I'll be too long. I may join you before the rehearsal is over.
Try.
At any rate, I'll meet you in front of St. Anthony's at 9 o'clock at the latest.
Try.
Mrs. Hamilton just phoned, sir.
Phone?
She isn't here yet, sir. She'll be an hour late.
An hour?
She hoped that you would be able to wait, sir.
I'll wait. Thank you, Stevens.
Hi, Mrs. Brown. So good of you to come.
Not at all, Mr. Miller. I'm delighted to be here. This is is Mr. Dudley, the bishop's assistant.
Mr. Dudley, a pleasure. Thank you, Mr. Miller.
The bishop may be here later. Something important came up.
Oh, I understand. I'm afraid some of the boys are a little late.
I'm sure the benefit will be a great success. How do you do, Mr. Duffy?
It's a pleasure to have you at St. Timothy.
Mr. Duffy has organized our folk choir, and he's working with the boys on a song for the benefit.
I'm sure the presentation will be captivating.
We really ought to begin, but I don't see how we can. This is so embarrassing. But it is a little difficult to compete with television and Christmas, but they're all good boys at heart.
Of course they are. They'll show up.
I certainly hope so. Hello, Bud.
Hello. So what do you say? Sing alto. Well, suppose we start. Me alone? Why not? Are you ready, Mr. Dudley? Why should I feel discouraged? Why should the shadows come? Why should my heart feel lonely and long for heaven and home? When Jesus is my portion, my constant friend is He. His eyes on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. His eyes on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because
live in this parish, and I'm so proud.